Hello, F.A.M. Fiends. This is mzgunn reporting.
F.A.M.
I am actually behind the camera because I am extremely camera shy and I hate being on camera.
What's that about?
I don't like it. So I'm gonna I'm the phantom interviewer for F.A.M. Fiends.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's why that is what it is. Okay, we're gonna get started.
Hi, F.A.M. Fiends. I'm a F.A.M. Fiend too.
She is.
You're in good company.
She's amazing.
Oh.
She's awesome. Okay.
Okay, well, born and bred in Boston, Massachusetts, which is where we are actually right now, although I live in London at the moment. I am 27 years of age, and I graduated from Brown and then got my MA at Rose Bruford in acting and theater. So yeah, it's a bit about me. Basically, when I went to London, I went on an academic fellowship. I was a brainy one. I was like, okay, I'm going to be maybe a professor or something of that sort. And I started writing my own poetry and performing it in London, various venues, and won a couple of slam competitions. And yeah, I just had a natural ease on stage. So I said, well, let me try my hand at acting at theater. So I did my MA in theater. I really enjoyed it, and I got a lot of good feedback. And I thought, well, what better time than now to pursue acting? So that's how I got into it. Yes, first
Correct.
short film, yes.
First short film.
Yes.
Short meaning what? How many minutes?
It's about 45 minutes long.
45 minutes, okay.
Well, the film is called F.A.M, and it's directed by Patrick Wimp, who graduated, I believe, from DePaul. And the film is it's called F.A.M, and it's placed in 4 different cities, and it's 4 different stories having to do with love and the different manifestations of love. And my personal story was in Paris, and it was about a man who has a wife and a child, and he's involved in a mistress, yours truly, with a mistress. And it's about the decisions that they make and the consequences of the choices that they make, and how that affects love and things of that sort. I play a mistress, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, now, just because I know you personally, I know that you're a Christian.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So you can't ever get rid of that. So that comes along with everything that you do. So how hard was that for you to play a mistress?
Well, basically, a lot goes into, the acting process from rehearsals into wardrobe and dress and everything, and there's so much that goes into it. But obviously the first thing that I did was get the script and I read it, and because the storyline had a sense of conscience about it, the character itself, it's not my job to judge her, it's my job to play her, and that's kind of the way I took it. And the storyline itself does have some really good close to life examples of what happens when you decide to sleep with a man who's married. And it was real to life. It wasn't this fairy tale, fantastic story. And I thought it was written very well. And I also thought that, these things happen in real life. And I think whether you're a Christian or not, you have to deal with society as it is, and, kind of explore the ways to that situations unfold and manifest themselves. So yeah, it was a bit of a challenge at first, because I did think about it as far as responsibility and this and that, but again, I'm playing the characters and bringing them to life, not really judging them because they don't exist. So I think everyone needs to remember that when it comes to acting and film and things like that. But I had a really good creative process with the director and with the production team and everything, and making this character what I wanted her to be. So it was good. It was a good collaboration, I think, in the end. It's difficult because, there are so many roles that, if you say no, 100,000 other girls will say yes. So you have to remember that it's a competitive field anyway. And I think sometimes that competition can make you think, if you're a believer, if you have strong views, that I have to compromise those in order to get ahead. But I think, especially as a woman as well, the chance of exploitation as an actress, is easy. It's a hard field for a woman, but I do think, personally, what sits well with me is characters that are well thought out, that have a storyline, and they're, the things they do, the actions that they take are for a reason. It's not just, superfluous sex or superfluous nudity or anything of that sort. And I just think that just kind of, as long as I'm comfortable in myself and what I'm doing, I'm going to do a good job bringing that character to life. And if I'm not, I'll pass it up. Because at the end of the day, like I said, there are 100 more people that they'll get to, you know, to play a certain role. So I think as long as I'm comfortable in myself, I can do my job well. And if they don't want me, then they don't want me. Oh no, no, not. No, those are my boundaries personally. It was fantastic, yes. Beautiful city, amazing. And I've lived in London for 5 years, and Paris is 2 hours away, and I've never been, so that was an amazing first experience. I spoke to Miss Alicia Gunn and asked her what the best way to do it was. Do you remember that?
I do.
And it's basically because obviously with acting, with theater acting, it's very different because I mean you're up there, it's live, and a lot of it happens in the rehearsal process. Whereas I think with film, there is a rehearsal process, but I think the movie magic, what makes the film look seamless, what makes an actor look good is a director, obviously, that is telling you what to do and really nurturing, but also the post-production process, the cutting, the many takes where they find the best one. That's what puts a film together. So it was a different preparation process. A lot went into clothing, production, color. What color was she gonna wear? What did that say? And these are things that with theater I think are important, but not as important, because I think the body, the actor, is the most important thing in theater. Whereas I think with film, it's a bit of everything. It's how it's shot, where it's shot, what the coloring is. It's just unbelievable how much goes into film to make it this whole, smooth product. So, that was different. As an actor, I think just playing it down and just being natural is the biggest challenge of film, but it also makes it the realest. It can be the most touching. Whereas with theater, you're working on projection. It's a lot about the technique of projecting your voice and making sure that you're resonating and everything's happening so that the audience can hear and can experience, as well as the physical acting. Whereas with film, it's definitely more nuanced. It's definitely more, pared down and just kind of not going in there with big gestures and all that. It's really important. La Casada. I love this drink. So bad. I don't want to be offensive to any Nigerians.
No.
I had to. I don't even know what to say. I sound like an idiot. No, you can't. No, I'm not good at accents. We're not doing this. No. I have been over in London for quite a while, so I've been working on it quite a bit. But it's a bit difficult at times because you start and it's like right now, I sound a bit Australian. I'll have to stop sucking. Anybody doing Judith Jameson film? Because in a past life I was a dancer. Everybody know that. I absolutely love ballet, and I think that I, was just kind of somehow got caught up in basketball. But so Judith Jameson, who is a 6 foot or 6'1", African American ballet dancer, who was took a big part in the Alvin Ailey company. I think she's actually a founder or something. Love to do something about her. Any role, I'm sorry, this is just because obviously you're typecast by what you look like. I'm 6'1", I have a certain presence. Any kind of queenly role, I think I could do that really well. I like playing moms as well. I'd love to play like a young mom or whatever. And I'd quite like to try a villain, because my personality is so the opposite of villain, but like X-Men and all that, like getting to kick some butt and be all tough and do all that. I absolutely love that as well. Any kind of like action hero kind of thing that's really takes me out of who I really am, and just kind of I can really inhabit someone else would be really fantastic. And I think I'd be a really good mean person. You can find more information about the film on our website, which is www.forthemotionpicture.com. It was created by Noah Christopher, who's the director of photography of the film, and also Alice Doyard, who was one of the producers, executive producer, and she's from Paris. So it's a well-created site. It's really easy to follow, comprehensive, and you can get trailer information, premiere information. The premiere is this June 10th. Yeah, June 10th at the Music Big Box Theater in Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, holler at it, $5. So yeah, so that's where you can get all your information on us and on the film and the whole process and behind the scenes pictures and production stills and things like that as well.